Breaking news. Yep, you betcha. Well, my God. For all of you Lord of the Ring fans out there, you are in for something incredible and amazing. And my goodness, I'm happy for you. I know it's been clamored about for a long time. A lot of people, we need more Lord of the Rings Lego sets. We need more Lord. You're getting it now. But you're going to have to pay through the nose. A lot. Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Travel to Mordor with the new Lego Lord of the Rings Barad-Dûr set. I actually looked up the pronunciation, and believe it or not, there are many YouTube videos on there for this kind of stuff because the following is a cult following. A good cult, not a bad cult. However, let's go ahead and get into the press release here. Today, the LEGO Group, in partnership with Warner Brothers Discovery Global Consumer Products, reveals the LEGO Icons Lord of the Rings Barad-Dûr set inspired by the award-winning film adaptations. Now in brick form, the epic Dark Tower and Eye of Sauron build has many hidden fan treasures, they put that in quotations, and story references from the Lord of the Rings. Prepare to journey deep into the heart of Middle-earth with the unveiling of the spectacular LEGO Icons Lord of the Rings Barad-Dûr set. With its imposing 5,471 pieces, this awe-inspiring masterpiece brings to life the Dark Tower of Mordor in stunning detail, packed with thrilling features and beloved characters from Tolkien's timeless saga. The journey through the Dark Tower continues with the throne room, which includes a compartment that opens to reveal a map and a ladder on the top floor of the tower that can be moved left and right. At the summit lies the Eye of Sauron that rotates in various directions and features a light brick to make the eye glow. There are also 10 minifigs, including Sauron, Mouth of Sauron, Orc, Frodo, Sam, Gollum, and Gothmog. The build is split into 4 main sections, with the tower section being fully modular. LEGO fans with more than one copy of the set will be able to stack this section to build a taller tower. That is cool. But are you going to spend $900? We're going to talk about it here in a moment. The LEGO Icons Lord of the Rings Barad-Dûr set are available. Should that say is available? Are available, I guess. For LEGO Insiders starting June 1st, 2024 at lego.com/LOTR and LEGO stores for all from the 4th of June, priced at $459.99. So $460, 460 euros, 400 British pounds, 700 Australian dollars, and 600 Canadian dollars. Pretty cool. I would say that's pretty darn cool. Not a bad little get. But my God, it's expensive. 5,500 pieces, roughly. You know, it's a big ask. Some of the other details here. The set number is 10333. So that's an easy one for you to remember. But heavy price tag to buy 2 of them. I mean, we're talking almost $1,000 after taxes. That is a big old fat wad of money. And I don't know. Obviously, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan and you've been waiting, and there are only so many Lord of the Rings sets that have been available in LEGO, and right now at this point in time, you know, you're paying a heavy premium to be able to get any backdated sets that you really wanted that you can't or don't have. So something new is much better in its own right. Obviously, you're getting updated minifigs. You're getting a whole new thing here. And I think it's kind of exciting. It's a big deal. And I know the fan community has been clamoring about it, hoping that they could get something for the longest time. You know, April B, you know, her and a few others that I know. Huge, big Lord of the Rings nerds. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Maybe I did. No, I'm just kidding. But to finally be able to have something like that, that's huge. And it's not like you're getting a wave of, you know, 4 or 5 sets. You're getting this big whole thing. Now, I'm sure there are some of you that be like, I need more. I need a wave. I need much more. And I completely see that. I have no disagreement with that whatsoever. I do like Lord of the Rings to a certain degree. I'm not a big junkie as far as all the trivia and stuff like that. The same way the Star Wars community is. That's not me. I have my own stuff as far as that goes, but I've never really taken that kind of a deep dive into anything like the Harry Potter or the Star Wars or this, for instance. But there are people that do that, and you know, they have all the things and they do cosplay and stuff like that. I love it. I love it for the community, and I love it due to the sheer fact that we're getting a major set And Lego has been peppering these types of things, these types of themes now for the last couple of years, where they're going and hitting this and they're hitting this. And, the IP is there. The relationships are there. They can go ahead and get these kind of things accomplished and designed and throw the thing out there. I have no doubt in my mind that this thing is going to do absolute gangbusters. This is going to be one of those things that I honestly believe this is going to be a hard purchase to find, a hard set to find for probably, a good 3 months. If you can get in on the initial wave, then you're good, and Lego has done a really, really good job of really studying their market and learning, hey, if we're going to put this out here, they already have feelers out there for a community of, the Lord of the Rings at this point in time. Hey, if we put something like this out there, how do we think this is going to do? That's what these marketing people sit and talk about all day. And they're like, okay, if we put something out here, is this going to sell really well? Is it going to sell immediately? Is it going to be something that sells for the next year, 2 years down the line until we, discontinue it? And icon stuff, especially things like this, usually tend to stick around for a little bit. So if you're panicked and you have the FOMO, the fear of missing out. So if you have FOMO and you're like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this, I don't think you're going to have to worry. Save your pennies, save your coinage, and just slowly build up to it, or you go out and splurge and buy it right now. Well, not right now, but as soon as it is available. But the interesting thing behind it for me is you have a set that's 5,500 pieces. It's expensive. I think it's probably within where everything else is. I don't know. I'm curious to know what the initial reception is going to be. Is it going to be, oh my God, this is everything we've ever wanted? Or is it going to be some of that and also, well, they missed out on this, or they missed this, they didn't do this, or this wasn't included in it? Because you always have to take that into account when you talk about Lego sets that are being revealed and bought and built, because you're always going to have that part, that fraction of a community, that fraction of people that say, well, they missed the ball here. They dropped the ball. They whatever cliche you want to come up with, something is missing, or they didn't hit this specific part of one of the films or this one scene as well as it should have been. Something is missing. I don't know. I'm just going to throw something out there. Let's just say something that popped in my head was Spellbook. I don't believe, maybe there are spells in Lord of the Rings. I don't know. But, the Spellbook, it's here, but it's not got the right cover, or something's wrong. And you're going to have those people that go down to that nth degree of, well, it's good, but it's not a 10 because they didn't do this. Good on them. But, beggars, I guess, can't really be choosers in this case. Again, another stupid cliche. However, I think there's definitely an opportunity here that we could see more things like this in the future. So what happens is, you guys know that purchase Lego excessively like I do, right? I've got a backlog of things that I bought. When was my last Lug meeting? I don't know, 2 weeks ago. I've got a excessive backlog of things, but they were things that I had on my mind, like things that, okay, I'm not getting it day one. I'm going to wait 3 months, or I'm going to wait, 6 months, but it was still bought. Lego definitely watches those trends. And with something that costs this much money, if you purchase it day one, or you go out and you're like, you know what, I am definitely going to purchase this. I'm going to earmark some money for it because I've been waiting for this and I want to do it. When you support the theme, when you support the set that is built, more things come along the line. Now, having an IP, a partner like this with Warner Brothers, and with the power that is behind that, it would be incredible to see more things come alive. But you got to buy what's here now to be able to get that in the future. So what I'm saying is, and I'm not pushing anybody to do anything, what I'm saying is, those that are Lord of the Rings fans, you want to have a set, you got a huge one, to be able to get others potentially down the future, you've got to buy what's here now. Because if it doesn't sell well, or it doesn't meet a certain statistic, or it doesn't meet, an expectation, then the other things kind of go, kaput. And it's like, well, they didn't like it enough. It didn't sell well enough. So we're going to scrap this. We're going to scrap these ideas that we were working on for 6 months, and move along. We'll go on to something else. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen at all. All I'm saying is it's here. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you need to go get it. And I don't mean day one. Some of you are going to go out and buy, 5 copies day one. And some of you fools are going to go out and buy 5 copies day one and turn around and sell them on eBay and be a rude person like that. Wait your time. You'll be able to get it. I can promise you that. If it sells out immediately, it's out of stock. Usually, and I don't think I touched on this enough, some of the conversations that I've had with some of the personnel at the Lego group have mentioned that the new factories that have come online and stuff like that, they are continuing to ramp up production so that this kind of thing doesn't happen. Now, they may sell out their entire allotment in 48 hours. I don't know. But you're not going to have to wait like we used to, where it was like 3 months, 2 months. And you're like, oh my God, this thing is still out of stock. What is going on? They've gotten much better at planning these things so that you have that opportunity to be able to go spend your hard-earned money, your hard-earned paycheck, to go and enjoy something else. So yeah. Now I will say I'm really saddened. I don't have any press photos. None of us do. Nobody has any press photos with this press release, and I was kind of blown away. And my only thing that I can imagine being the case, and Lego has teased it on, on their social medias and stuff like that. The only thing that I can imagine is this is a Warner Brothers thing, and they're like, blackout, no images, no nothing. Now, I'm sure there's probably some kind of leak out there somewhere. Somebody inside of a factory, or somebody, somewhere has been able to snag a picture of something, or somewhere it got released early on a shelf. Now, it'd be really early because we're almost 3 weeks out. But there's always that opportunity where somebody could potentially leak something. And I don't really have a whole lot of running knowledge with Warner Brothers and other IPs that they've done with Lego as far as, is this something where it has been leaked? And they're like, you know what? No, we don't do this. And I haven't gotten any confirmation from the Ambassador Network to say, hey, this is why we don't have photos. But my speculation at this point in time kind of pushes to the idea of, well, this is what they want. And, it happened recently with the Despicable Me. Me being an audio podcast, no video at all. I'm not showing any images or anything like that. People that have blogs, people that do YouTube videos, and they put those images up there, they've had to redact them for the Despicable Me 4 sets multiple times. Because what happens is the IP owner, the production company, whatever, they all come back and they say, hey, sometimes, and they say, hey, we really need you to take this down. We need you to put out a takedown notice immediately. So that's where posts are deleted and, content is removed and stuff like that, or content is then revised and such like that. So it does happen. It happens more often than you would probably think, but it definitely happens with some of these bigger things, especially when it involves movies and movie houses and stuff like that. So it is kind of fascinating. So it does lead me to believe that maybe they were kind of like, no. We're going to be hush about this. We're not talking about anything for the foreseeable future. And, that's where they're at. And there's no problem with that. I don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue because I don't have any, video content, or I don't have any imagery that I'm sharing. I'm trying to, do mind theater here. Sometimes we just totally fail at it. And that's part of it as well. But, so that's where we're at. No images, nothing that I can look at and say, hey, this is going to be really cool. Nothing that I can, give to one of my contributors and say, hey, what do you think about this? Give me all the things. So anyway, that's the end of this segment of breaking news. If you're interested in the set, go ahead and get ready to spend that money. So that'll wrap it up. I'll talk to you guys next time.